we watched the trailers. We reacted to the trailers. We were both excited for this. And I avoided this like it was an assignment for school that I hated. And I only did my assignment last night at midnight.
The first 30 minutes, I was like, this is bull. I am not into what's happening. I feel like this is all contrived.
Yep.
That the acting was maybe B+, especially from the kid.
Oh.
The parents did great, but the kid did terrible. And the Flash guy, I stand by the fact that he is the nerd from Galaxy Quest and the Mac commercials, and it's like, what if he was the Flash? And that's what this movie is. But it has some amazing moments and also some really terrible CGI. The first 30 minutes are just bad CGI. They didn't shoot anything for real. They really missed trying to bring more realism and actually use real shots. They like caught George Lucas's just make everything digital because it's cheaper, and it suffered. This shot is awful.
Once again, I don't like superhero movies. I watch this purely out of boredom. I enjoyed the movie. I really did.
Why?
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because it's a nostalgic kick in the balls. It's like what, to me, this was like the Kevin Smith of superhero films. Wow. It was like, hey, look, I'm going to cast my friends. We're just going to get a couple of my buddies in here for cameos, and we're all going to enjoy it. And I went, fine. The CGI was horrible.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Rushed. Completely rushed.
And Michael Shannon character, I really disliked that character a lot.
Wow, really? I love Zod, but he was handled like a puppet in this movie. Like a lot of people were.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm here for a moment, and this is. Look at me, I'm scowling.
Yeah, that was it. Like, look, and it was almost felt like CGI face.
The first third of this film is awful. It is awful. I'm not talking about being a comic nerd. I'm not talking about being a film nerd or a snob. I'm talking like these people don't talk like humans. Nobody thinks like that or talks like that or makes those kinds of jumps in logic. It doesn't. It's a complete break in reality just to serve the story. That's the first third of this film, and it's about the heart of it. It's about his mom who doesn't feel like his mom. It's about Ron Livingston, who's an excellent actor, being shoved into a role that is like he's being shoved into a tuna can to do something when you're not going to get anything out of that. And then Ezra Miller, I get it, the hero's journey, but it's not coming off well. It's not someone that I want to stick around and see grow. But I will say the part with with Michael Keaton, the real Batman, when that part of the film, that third of the film happens, it's like I can almost feel like the producers or whoever's really in charge, because they did tons of rewrites and reshoots on this thing, and it was a complete mess. And you can see it in the film, but you can tell that they were like my age or our age and had complete reverence for Tim Burton and Michael Keaton and that Batman character from their childhood or somewhere, because they would not make him terrible.
Yeah.
It's a good movie in that one third, and then the next third is rushed. That middle third had time to breathe. We had time to get more character development. People got to take a breath and not just keep talking over each other and then, oh yeah, multiverse, blah, 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 and just understand each other instantly and then move on with the plot. The last third of the film kind of just gets squeezed together. I still don't completely understand it, and I've read all the comics. I say the less you know about the Flash, the better. You get punished for knowing stuff about the Flash.
So in the first, good points, all of them, all good points. In the first third of the movie, there's this great moment where the Flash saves a bunch of people and in the hospital, and he gets the lady and the babies, and they don't fall to their deaths, and the lady gets on the ground, and she's like, she freaks out because she's just been saved by a superhero and had this weird traumatic experience. And he goes, so we're good at saving people, but we're not good with the follow-up with mental health. The Justice League doesn't really have a handle on mental health at this point. And it's like, coming from the guy that's out assaulting people and going to court all the time because he's completely unstable. I'm so glad they left that in, because it was like this meta moment that was super funny for me.
Kyle texted me and said, this is a bad movie, it's a good movie, and it's a bad movie, or something.
Yeah, but that's exactly what you said. Bad movie, good movie, bad movie.
The stuff with his family and kind of that conflict in the beginning is the weakest of the movie, and it's the most crucial part.
I disagree.
Wow, go ahead.
So for me, that whole family portion, right? Those are all flashbacks.
Right.
memories are screwed up. You don't remember things correctly. So everything, his whole family thing that you're seeing is from a grown-up's memory of what happened.
Okay.
So you're not seeing the truth and the reality. You're seeing more of the way I remember it. You know, how I kind of could write off some of the badness. I mean, yeah, I just saw all that. But the third act, I really wish was just not there.
I didn't look at it through that lens of that it's his memory, and that's why it can be off a little bit. But now that you say that, if I watch it again, I'm actually going to enjoy that first part a little bit more. One of the problems with Supergirl is that her character is amazing.
She's awesome.
The way they find her,
Yep.
the way that she finally gets into the light and gets her powers, and it's just like, I am not taking any of this from anyone. Everyone's gonna feel what I just felt, and it was like this pure joy, a moment of revenge from a superhero that's been tortured essentially.
Yeah.
And then in this last third of the movie, every shot is CGI. It's this fake computer version of the girl. Every time she moves, they didn't shoot her doing any of that. It's all like motion capture just to make sure that it looks perfect. Well, it doesn't look perfect. It looks like the CGI in the first third of the movie is what took me out of it. Not so much the family stuff, but like just the shot of them like on the freeway, and you're like, well, those are all fake cars. And it's like they borrowed the program that the Matrix used to do that freeway scene,
Yeah.
and they're just like, what if the Flash was in there too?
The babies in the beginning?
They were so fake.
What was that? The dog?
Fake.
I mean, basic stuff like when they, like you're talking about, when they go into that Speed Force, when they're in that bubble.
Speed Force.
Okay, so when they're in that bubble, literally we see like Supergirl and we see Zod fighting in the film as they are human or whatever, you know, they're actors, and then we see them in that bubble and they look like video game characters, and we're supposed to go, oh yeah, that's exactly what I saw. They look like PS3 models. Like it's terrible.
Like when they did Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One, we all know that the guy's dead, and they're putting him in there, so we all know it's a computer guy, and there's like one shot where it looks real, but then there's 5 shots where it looks fake.
Right.
In this one, all the shots look fake.
There were some good emotional moments near the end of the film with Ezra Miller and himself about his mom. They did some good stuff near the end of the film. It rushed, but it was still good. I think Supergirl is probably one of the strongest characters, and I feel like that's unfortunate because the Michael Keaton and the Supergirl, probably 2 of the strongest characters I've seen in a while, because they were given that allowance to be. You didn't have to tie them to a long-term franchise.
When he went back to his original timeline, it was also a different timeline. Like Batman changed for a 3rd time.
Right.
Spoiler alert, there's 3 Batmans, and they didn't even bring back the best Batman.
You know, no.
The best Batman, Val Kilmer. Comment below if you think I'm wrong.
Coming now.
This Supergirl, the one that was tortured and hates humanity and is pissed off about it, is way more interesting than a blonde one that wants to like fight crime or something. I want Supergirl revenge movie now.
Yes.
Buffy the bad guy slayer.
Please,
Right.
Please.
Please.
How cool would that be?
One of the cool moments that they brought in addition to the nostalgic actors, they brought in the nostalgic music.
Yeah.
And the way it was composed, they really teased it up. They went da 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 da, like they didn't go back down to the Batman theme. The original 1989 Batman soundtrack we used to listen to all the time, like just for pleasure, like the way he listens to Crazy Clown Time. A lot. Just, you know, chilling at the crib, like not doing anything, just listening to the Batman soundtrack. And they started teasing in that music. And when they finally got to him being Batman, they finally gave us that release in the music of the Tim Burton, Danny Elfman theme. And it was like, yes, you landed it. That was awesome. Like
Perfect crescendo.
Perfect.
Yeah. But the rest of it was pretty much around trying to make as much money as possible and set up more movies. Why was Wonder Woman in this film? Why was Aquaman in this film?
I can't wait to see the new Aquaman movie.
Oh my God.
It looks amazing, and I can't wait to watch it. I love that actor.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking right now at all. I'm the guy that you mentioned Pee Wee Herman and went and got a Pee Wee Herman doll.
That I'm okay with.
Right.
You really want to see the new Aquaman?
I really want to see the new Aquaman.
Hold on.
The Black Bolt. Who was that guy?
The Rock.
Black Adam.
Black Adam. That one was great. I really liked it.
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
The Warner Brothers DC movies are pretty good. I'd say Flash is probably the worst one of the Warner Brothers DC movies.
I don't know if we could work together, man.
So here's the thing about Chris. He doesn't enjoy joy. He just likes things that are terrible and doesn't like things that are great.
Look, I can admit when I'm wrong.
No, you can't.
Moving
You're
on.
wrong about Black Adam.
Moving on.